Nomad Cup casting time again. This is the 1650 to 1800 bracket, should be. And this is Suomi versus TM. Nice short names too. My name is Suomi. Suomi. Really? 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 Suomi. Suomi. Jesus. Mindfuck. Well, it's Nomad, and as per my rules, the players have to go random save. Whoever wins, whoever loses this first game, which will always be on Nomad, will pick the map for the next game, and the saves are reversed. Which means that Suomi will be playing Italians and Burgundians the next game. Wait, these aren't too bad Nomad saves. They aren't awesome, but match won't work, Valse. It's tied to my account. Okay, so these aren't bad Nomad saves at all. We have Ebbo here with the Lithuanians. Fantastic Nomad save, probably one of the best after Persians and Malians. But Mikab with the Burgundians as well comes to mind here on the different opposing team with the earlier eco upgrade at half price. So that's going to come in handy. They're flaring their drop locations right now. Sombagris or Sombagris with the Italians, another great naval hybrid sim map in my opinion, because their fishing ships are cheaper and they have lots of bonuses applying to water, so should have an easy time fighting for water here with the Italians. And finally, the almost kind of an underdog here is the Aztecs. But for the land play, of course, for the Aztecs, you still have that bonus bringing in 3 extra resources. And for land play, it could come in very handy to have the Eagle Warriors to raid. But this Odemeister is... Okay, Mulusoko, I hope it's your teammate you're bantering about now. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit because Nomad, not too much exciting stuff happening before the village. We could have a look at the idle times here for the TC, telling something about the food sources. Look a little bit at the scouting. And otherwise just get started here. The team colors of choice are messing me up here with the Swedish colors here for the Suomi team. But hey, who am I to judge? Whoa, Clean P stopping by for a gift sub. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so Clean P is one of my old-time real-life friends. He plays the horn as well, so I'm sure he wants to hear the horn tune here a couple of times. Thank you, Clean P, for the resub and for the gifted sub to Tumatarbo, who's also a Finnish player. So looking at the uptimes here, we have Suomi going up with higher populations here. Odemeister with the Aztecs, probably planning fast castle here with the 28 pop, and then having Lithuanians handle water. There are 3 docks already for Ebbu here, so Ebbu likely plans to challenge water. It's been walled in here, but yeah, these things happen. Let's have a look at the scouting on water, actually. Ooh, not the prettiest scouting on water, I have to say, for Ebbu here. The enemy dock is right down here, so that could be hurtful. I wish I had a beard like yours, Akkal. Just be lazy and don't cut it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Odemeister. Hello, Mr. Lightcore. Whoa. Why didn't you and Dionysus sign up for the Nomad tournament, huh? Thanks, Climpy. See you around. I'm also surprised not to see the Burgundians fireship hit here. But yeah, just passing. They're not teammates, no. Blue and green are enemies. So what's the situation here? We have actually both of Suomi committing to water. But the Aztecs player going up 30 pop here, producing defensive fire galley somewhere. So here. And as I said, the colors are massive gap. I was ranting about Ebu not scouting, but of course he knows that the teammate is docking over here and now is scouting the other side to try and find where the opponents have docked. And colory confused. Let's see for okay, here they are, green's docks. And red docking even further in the ditch here. So that's why Suomi haven't found them yet. They are in a very unlikely spot. Oh, Ant-Man, the confidence. The confidence, man. That's gonna come back and bite you in the ass for the final. Alright, so it's naval aggression for now, and then walling up on land here. Some significant walling for Ebu here, the Burgundians with the barracks and eventually the stables, probably, being the Burgundians. But for now, Ebu is walling off here to keep the Burgundians player from being able to expand to this area. That's going to give up... That's going to limit the aggression from one side at least, but then we have some Bagheris over here with the Italians to attack from the other side. So Ebu is sandwiched up here, but giving Aztecs free boom, which could be really dangerous. And look at all the gold here. Should probably mean Eagles. Good naval aggression here from green and red. And their docks are surprisingly safe here. At this point, maybe Ebu thinks that they haven't docked at all because they just don't know that this is the area. And the deep fish situation is surprisingly good here in this ditch in the middle. Yeah, Division 1 Light Cobra, that's gonna be rough for you guys. I think one 18k plus team signed up for the first division. Look at this sneaky boy! How did this villager even get... Did he transport it, or how did this villager get over here? Ah, it's a docking villager, it's been here. Okay, so all 3 docks. Still, it's pretty close though. But we have Ebbo here with some significant investment in water. So I think Ebbo played in my open season 1v1 tournament as well, and I seem to recall he actually won a game on Arabia with Koreans versus Mayans. Basically just tower defending, booming away and going full war wagons. It was ridiculous. One of the best games in the whole tournament, in my opinion. That was just crazy. So absolutely a solid player with creative ideas and potential to do well here with a good civ like Lithuanians. We had an amazing War Wagons game on Nomad yesterday as well, Light Corvo in the 1800 to 2000 bracket here. Military situation 16 to 10 for Suomi now, so they are slowly but steadily winning back water here, I would say. They still need to find the docks of the enemies. Maybe walled himself because he wanted to focus water. He walled himself not to get scouts or cavalry rushed by the Burgundians and to deny expansion overall from the Burgundians here. There's still some golds and everything here though. So you have Mikav in the castle age here with the knights, but they don't have bloodlines. The Lithuanians have fantastic knights and the relics bonus to add to that. Yeah, we see war against a lot on Nomad actually, Let Corpus, so maybe they are an underestimated Nomad civ. So we're expanding here. All players, well, soon to be in the cast age. Of course, Suomi has one player investing heavily into water to take that back. The Aztecs player is also walling off here. Surprisingly not expanding yet, but obviously going for some aggression with the Eagles here, trying to get some raids in and just being plain annoying. See a conversion here as well, adding monks to... converting the weak one. No. Yeah, getting some free cavaliers to join their forces here. And just punishing the Burgundians for their already kind of awkward spot here. Some eco expansion here as well for Odemeister in the south. How to get over? I was gonna say how to get over here, but there's a crossing, and now of course they should know that there are docks here as well. So that's something that Ebu eventually could contest here. 12 galleys to 13 more galleys here. Fairly even situation. Should convert stables. Yeah, Zolotl Warriors, that would be the day. I'd love to see that, but doesn't seem to be a priority here for Odemeister. Burgundians shouldn't produce anything else than builds and then go for Flemish Revolution. Well, if you have an undisturbed boom, of course you can do that, but that's not the case for the Burgundians here. Oh, castle drop. Lithuanians with the castle drop here to deny... I think it actually denies 2 golds of Sombagris here. Sombagris. So this is a good castle. Yeah, with Bracer, I think it... No, with Bodkinero, I think it reaches that one as well. There are some green cavaliers running about here, and we have the red player relocating on stone as well, probably thinking about the castle as well. Naval fighting still at large here, and quite even, but in this case, let's see for the upgrades as well. Neither have careening, but Ebu is going to win this one with the numbers, I think. HP advantage here. Eagle Warriors numbers increasing as well, but so do the Cavalier, but yeah. We need more monks here to hold this off. Knights, or in this case Cavaliers, usually the best response to Castle Age Eagles as well. They have the mobility to catch up with them, and they also have the HP and attack to make a difference. Monks going down left and right here. Waldemeister's push is coming to a halt for now, while the tennis player is at 4 TTs here and producing out of none of them for the moment, but these two are kind of contested by the castle as well, so that's still a fantastic castle spot for Ebu up here. No relics collected. Ain't nobody got time for that, man. Blue hitting green where? More barracks going up. It's the monastery at home as well for defensive monks, I'd assume. On land, I guess Italians have to go for Genoese crossbows here, because you have Lithuanians, and Lithuanians might add Lightis, which is being done right now, and you could of course go into the Cavaliers at an appropriate point as well. Third TC going up for Mikab here. But we have Ebbe with the third TC being added as well. And the overall villager situation is just dead even between the players. Still fish running here as well. Uninterrupted fish for the TM team here. And I think Ebbe is going to lose water, but at this stage in the game it doesn't matter nearly as much as in the earlier stage when you were setting up your economy to go for the feudal and caste ages. I think the fish matters a lot more on Nomad early game than later. There's still lots of free food to be taken here though, so you still want to control water. If not for a tactical point of view as well, to maybe reach some buildings from the shoreline. Villager count's pretty even, so are the villager counts. But of course, again, this castle here is really doing work at taking out economy. Taking out 2 TCs now, this castle. Yeah, you could trade on water as well, that's true in Chobaba. You usually see people trading on land though, and this should be a nice route if they can secure it. If it should even go that far. Yeah, yesterday's game, but that was Pilgrims. That's even more water heavy than this one. Get it! Yeah! Good job. Ooh. Mikau planning a very ambitious castle here, I have to say, but the vision is trying to return the favor on the Lithuanians here. But there are 2 TCs here. There's a monastery going up to collect the relics. Second monastery, in fact. So maybe with monk defense for... Wait. Ah, hold on. Are they going all the way around here to drop that castle? That's just... Yeah, it's being abandoned. It's gonna go up somewhere else. So green, where are we going? Where are you going? Nomad. TC's galore on Nomad, another castle for the Italians. Again, suggesting Genoese crossbowman investment here. Good call against Lithuanians. Fantastic counter unit, only lacking the mobility, but just shredding cavalry. They lost the green villagers. Where are they going? No, they're still going. There. Well, there's army to back it, but it's not going up, man. It's not never gonna go up. This should never go up if you are Ebu. And yeah, Ebu even tried to snipe the foundation there with villagers. I think, nah. Just right back at the face at you. Didn't succeed with the house wall there, but this castle has 3 times as many villagers building. Mikhav, just drop it. Just don't. Don't. Please. Please. It's close. It's close. It might go up, but then we'll have a petard war here, maybe. And to think that Green didn't even know that these 2 monasteries were here, but suddenly that relic bonus of the Lithuanians is kind of in danger here. But yeah, can't believe that one went up. But that's a bit due to the house wall not going up for Ebu here as well. Look at the map presence here. Red expanding with castles mainly, so the eco probably not stellar here, but we have players going to Imperial Age as well. Odemeister going to be first up here. No castles for blue just yet, but pushing and making life awkward here, and has the Mangonels and of course the Eagle Warriors to deal with Genoese crossbowmen here. Yeah, yellow deals more damage with the castle as well, but yellow doesn't have any villager. Another castle! What the heck? Yeah, that did not go up. Not the best feeling ever. So, Eagles, how many? 14 Eagle Warriors here. Eco situation, but more villagers for Suomi. Yeah, slight edge here. But yeah, military-wise as well. 220 population, 30 population more for Suomi here. And look at the mangonel shots! Getting, yeah, 3-4 Genoese there. Anything you can diminish is good. Delaying this castle as well. Miko just really wants those castles up, man. I think it's for the monasteries now, just to deny that one relic that is here. Both Aztecs and Lithuanians both want the relics actually, but you probably want to give them to Lithuanians in this case because of the Knight's bonus. So one player in each team in the Imperial Age here, comparable economies as well for Odomeister and Mikav here. But Mikav, 10 Cavaliers to potentially become Paladin. That's a very late wheelbarrow, by the way. It's such a complex. I hate these Nomad map gens with water flooding in far into the map here. It's like a big dinosaur head here. If I tilt my head a little bit, but well, that's some confident farming. Myrtle hopes. Close enough. Fjord, it's like a Fjord. Yeah, this is the Sogna Fjord right here. Elite. Eagle War is in for the Aztecs. Do we even have... We don't have Garland Wars because we don't really have a castle here, but that's not one you need to stress. I'm guessing Odomeister at one point wants a castle up here for Trebs and for covering the stones and golds here, if applicable, but these, yeah, Elite Eagle Warriors, that's going to be a pain to handle with the Italians going exclusively for Genoese crossbowmen here. And Mikhail for now just with the cavalry. You eventually need champions, I guess, to best deal with the Elite Eagle Warriors, wherever they're running right now. Yeah, here they go. I'm gonna snipe that Treb. Monastery goes down though, so that's one relic lost for Ebbu, with who's currently just booming. No military whatsoever for Ebbu here. Why is Wenchol censored? Maybe I need to make an exception. It doesn't show as censored for me though. $20 Cavalier, 25 in fact, and Paladin kicking in as well. That is half price for the Burgundians, but then again they don't have bloodlines, so their HP is limited. Wench is not on my screen, it isn't. Paladin should do, even without bloodlines, it should do decent against the Aztecs here, but enter the siege rams. Mangonel as well here to, yeah, focus the Genoese crossbowmen, and the sheer numbers here is working for Odomeister. Not going to win the fight here, obviously, but with all the barracks that are probably around, replenishing the eagles is so much easier than replenishing the paladin numbers. One castle might go down here as well. I think the paladins will focus on the siege though. What's going on top side here? Some random red villagers running in between yellows resources here. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's trying to flee or something, or just... They're panicking. They don't know where to go. They're basically suiciding. And who can blame them? It's a battlefield after all. Yellow is in a massive sandwich here. This is all on They have to fight on each other's sides here, so I can guess that sneaking in the castle there from Mika was a good idea to make it even more awkward for Yellow to coordinate with the teammate, but 26 Elite Eagles against how many Genoese here? Roughly as many. That should be the Eagles, just chase. Alright. Look at all the TCs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 TCs, I think, for red here. There's a number somewhere, but I can't find it. Can't see it. Here we go. Oh, what counters Eagles? I know you're gonna see Flemish Revolution. Yes, of course you do. We'll go with that one. Italians should make condos now. Ooh, that's a good call against the Elite Eagles, I guess. Soviet team. That would have to be the Hell March. Oh, that one. One trap pushing here. That's going to take a while to take out that castle. But Eagles, so annoying with the Eagles and TM. They don't really have a good response to the Eagles. They have the Paladins, they have 20 Paladins, but look, only 2 stables producing them. So if Yellow can hold between the 2 here now, yeah, losing some fish, who cares at this point. Then Odemeister could endeavor basically raid the others to death here. Could also break through here with siege trams, I guess, and get some eagle raids in on the Flemish side as well. Nomad, man, resources. Too many resources ever. Eagles are much more annoying than paladins. Stupid cheat unit only costing gold. So easy to mass, especially if you're Aztecs with the faster working military production buildings. Not good. And the numbers, military numbers here are in favor of Suomi here. 80 to 60. 4 stables producing paladins now, but again, they're lacking bloodlines, so they are not where they should be, ideally. I don't remember the Condottiero stats, but you basically get a fully upgraded, almost champion unit instantly in Imperial Age, so I guess they would do against Eagles simply because of that, and because the only thing you need to get are the blacksmith upgrades. Look at the Elite Eagle Warriors shredding paladins here. I mean, Garden Wars is in as well. This castle, let's see if Blue sees it. Not really, but that shouldn't be a concern. You could just trap it down, or it lies on stone, and that's about it. Yeah, the color picks are slightly confusing. Siege onagers from Aztecs with paladins on the field. I'm not convinced. Look at Ebu locating to the south side here and finally establishing some space in the teammate space. Skirmishers! Elite skirms galore here for Ebu. No point going paladins for the Lithuanians here really without the relics. Relics. Where the hell are the relics? No relics for either player here. But the point being, no point massing paladins as long as the Genoese crossbowmen, still not elite, are on the field. Yeah, that castle just goes straight back down. Treb with no siege engineers, but Treb taking care of that. And Lithuania's trash. Slightly faster, right? So they'll catch up more easily with units. That goes for both Halbs and Skirmishers. These Halbs will chew up this Treb. And it's not looking good for the Italians player. What he has left now is the Genoese mass. And 54 villagers, so probably been raided by blue here as well. Will we see a revolution? Maybe we will. There's an awful lot of villagers for Mika at this point, and unironically that would actually counter the eagle spam. But obviously we need more TCs to reboom to make sense. Skirm Pike looks dangerous if microlight. It shouldn't be though, if you have the proper units on the field. Condotto Hero, for example, will probably counter both of these. Up close, or champions, obviously. So we basically only need one unit to deal with them. Yeah, exactly. 96. What's the 96 taunt? GG is called. Yeah, and Suomi takes the first win here. And we'll have TM's map of choice. I don't know what that is yet. I haven't looked into it. But the civs will, as per my rules, be reversed. Should actually make a rules command. Actually, let's do that. There we go. 106 over that one is the best one. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Attack the enemy with towers. You know, with Nightbot in my Discord, these numbers, random numbers, are going to generate that taunt as well, but that's fine in my Discord. Just browsing through the stats here, Mika with a very nice KD here, actually, with the paladins and whatnot around here. And Aztecs, strong economy in Burgundies as well. Second point censored. What do you mean? Uptime series straight fast castle for the Aztecs, leaving Lithuanians to fight for water. And Italians never managing to get an amazing boom. No bad rules. Alright, friends, let's bring up game 2. Okay, it's not censored here, so I don't know what I can do about it. I can see all of the text. Must be some funny local rules. Settlers! First time we're seeing settlers in the tournament, at least from the games I've casted. Interesting. That's another water-heavy map that could be interesting to see. What if other team don't have DLC and can't pick Burgundians? That's something I didn't want to address publicly, because you could kind of use that as an excuse for a restart. So, if that happens, the team that doesn't have the DLC, they have to inform their opponents that one of us don't have it. We can't pick it. So before game 1, you have to tell them so that you can restart if Sicilians or Burgundians are randomed. This is frozen. Not digging this. There's this calls for a restart, I think. But that's fine. It's also called right settlers. just like the Settlers of Catan game. I'm gonna explain it in a bit. But to be honest, it could be reminiscent of Sokottlers. Nice. Nice. We're picking up where we left by the looks of it. Score seems okay. And the players, all the players, see they spawned with the transport ship to the side there, and then they're actually docking the side, so they're prepared here. I like that. Let's see for the Fog of War, the people here. See, you spawned your transport ship here with 3 builders. And then you obviously want to go to the land to drop it easy, but as we can see from... who did that? Let's see. Mikav here. He's pretty prepared this map. Drops the dock, even with a shore fishing villager, out here, close to some nice juicy deep fish here and everything, and getting that dock up nice and early with Lithuanians. Now dropping the TC and a house. I'm going to focus massively on wood here, as you can with the Lithuanians, starting with that extra food to begin with. Using the transport ships to scout is a good call as well, to see where the players are docking. Obviously you can't do anything about it other than knowing that the location is in fact here. And yeah, Odemeister flaring some Bagheris dock as well. So they're just running, scouting around the whole area here to confirm where the opponents have docked. See, and it's actually a better call to dock near your starting spot, because it's a shorter distance for the deep fish to travel. But anyway, yeah, team definitely must have prepped this map, and nice to see it. It's Settlers. It's inspired by Settlers of Catan, which is a board game with different tiles of, stone, brick, wood, sheep, etc. Big circle, and then water around it where you can trade. So that's the inspiration here. Look at the beautiful positioning. So this is almost like a Socotra start with the TC placements. Everybody placing them on woodlines, of course. But looking at all the fish in the sea here, you can't lose water either. So much fish to be taken, right? Speeding up a little bit now to see what the feudalage will bring us. Let's see, they found some sheep to scout with here. Common Nomad practice to cover the water. And this time the team colors as well, so any skepticist will be feeling a little bit better not looking at friendly fire this time around. So the feudalage on the way in here, we're going to see Ebbu going up first here. So let's see how Ebbu is. Yeah, knows the location of Red's dock, so that's already a point of interest. Feudalage is in, let's slow down a bit and catch up with the action happening here. 2 docks for the green player, walling off a bit as well, and likely producing fire galleys out of both now. With the red player here, Sombagar, is going for the galleys, being slightly behind. Aztecs, Lithuanians versus Italians, Burgundians here, so Ebbu going to take the better part of the fighting for water, I guess, here with the Italians. Getting a bit lucky here, maybe Ebbu to find the second dock there as well. Wait, did Sobagris? No, that has to be the first dock, and this is the second one for the red player. But still, 2 players for TM challenging water, both Aztecs and Lithuanians, while Suomi are only have Ebu with the Italians for now, but that earlier uptime, as Italians can usually pull off due to their cheaper uptimes, they will be here to snipe some fish before the naval presence is good enough for TM to catch up on all of this. Okay, so Red actually transported over here to drop a dock then. Interesting. Fire galleys versus galleys here. If you can catch up with them, that's bad news for the galleys because they are weak to fire. Not sure why Ebu is chasing here, but it's definitely getting some kills. And by the looks of it, let's see that Eco KD, that's 5 units lost for Sombagris and 3 builders down. Mikav killing 2 but losing 1 as well. So Mikav is fighting over here on Odemeister's side. Odemeister not really focusing on water here, going to play more on land here. Dropping the barracks and eventually going for the going fast castle knights or cavalier here. So you'll note that the fish investment of Odemeister isn't anything special. Burgundians have a nice eco anyway. You'd still benefit from Burgundians eco in feudal age on water as well, because they could actually research guild nets in the feudal age. But with only one player focusing on water, relying on the Italians winning it, it's better for Burgundians to establish the land eco instead. And Odemeister really needs some farms here soon, because the fish is dying. Why 2 docks if going FC? Use wood for farms instead? Yes. But 2 docks with Burgundians and feudal age guild nets would be even better than farms. Wood investment wise, I think, but you're kind of relying on your teammate winning water, and if he's playing 1 vs 2, that's going to take a while for the Italians to clean up. We had 3 docks for the Italians, but we also had 3 docks for Red here. And overall military situation 14 to 11, all on water here, mainly green. Well, I think so. We were simply caught off guard by the fact that both players on TM were contesting water. I think that's the most reasonable explanation. Really keeping, I mean, Red lost their fish, but Mikav keeps the fish running with Lithuanians, which is essential for the Lithuanians here, having relied on that fish eco from the very get-go, focusing heavily on wood sea. No farms on land, some hunt being taken here, and Castle Age on the way at a very respectable time given the naval investment. Yellow is here, and Zobi with triple DCs for the Italians here. No, quadruple, another one here. Really establishing some land presence. There's kind of limited resources and limited space or places to build your town centers on the map here as well. So that should give Italians a nice eco edge there. Yeah, we would have to buy stone to drop another TC if that's the... if we hadn't mined it already. It's also a compensation for actually not being able to contest water well enough here, but in TM's case, I think they might at this point be over-investing because land is going to be mattering more and more here. And that land boom is going to compensate nicely for Italians losing fish, but they're losing one of the really strong economic suits with the cheaper fishing ships. So yellow actually have only one, no, two docks. Villagers and a Volodol here somewhere. There is. Relics, easier to collect here, obviously, than on Nomad. Because it's a smaller map, smaller landmass. Nomad Socotra, in a sense. Quite even scores here, and the villagers situation for TC Boom for green. 97, 20 villagers leads for Suomi here. They're giving up on water, they're investing on land instead. Here's another TC for the yellow player as well. Second TC, I guess, to boost the land eco, and we have at least one stable here and 5 knights out. And look at the... Wait, I'm looking at TM here, I'm talking about Suomi. TM have land presence, Suomi don't really. The only player making land army currently is Odemeister with the Burgundians. But Mika with Lithuanians should have a much easier time contesting Relic than was the case for the players for the previous Nomad game, where the distance is much larger. Bigger landmass. Oh, quick house, quick wall. Oh. 6 knights, 1 relic by the looks of it for Mika for now anyway. And a castle for the Italians. Of course, you want those Genoese crossbowmen out again to handle the Lithuanians. That just makes perfect sense. Green may go imp quick for Arbs. Why Arbs though, when you have Genoese crossbowmen against Lithuanians cavalry? And why Arbs when you have Aztecs? Then why Genoese as well, I guess, but... I think Genoese crossbowmen is definitely the play with Lithuanians out on the field, because it's so hard to contest their cavalry with the Burgundians, even with... but if you can get that early pal... Wait, oh, I can relate to this house foundation not building because you probably misclick or something here. But yellow doesn't quite commit, does he? Is that a... Did that goose actually block the knight's pathing from re-entering there? The infamous goose block. There. Yeah. Gobble blocking. Gobble blocking. I'd say cock blocking, but that's a different animal. We're just full of openings here, aren't we? Yeah, I also don't realize how that house didn't build. That was weird. But the goose saved the day and blocked the knights from re-entering. Another castle for the Italians in the middle now, stacking up on these Genoese crossbowmen as well. They are kinda slow to create. Land armies, nothing too crazy here. And look at the villager numbers here. The TCs on land, the earlier boom on land is actually given Suomi a huge lead here. Unless they've done some crazy raids I didn't notice. Lane farms win games. Ain't nothing like a good farm snipe. But Cavaliers seem to be getting the better end of the deal here. Let's check the relic count again. 3 relics for the Lithuanians now, though, so that's it's going to be scary when Mycav can get the numbers up here. 3 TC boom, though they're hitting. They're falling behind here in eco massively. Even controlling water, they are falling behind. Gallic's being used to raid on the waters here, but with only 57 builders for, or 57 eco units for red, I guess War Galley is not a priority. You should be... Won't really be able to reach too much. You could deny some stone of the Aztecs, Italians, that's about it. I'm pretty sure that castle goes up, and that denies some buildings from the from Mycav in the middle here. Some important middle presence. Third castle as well to really mass up on these Genovese crossbowmen. 60 builders lead or so for Suomi here, and then these oh, how did that miss? That was with an attack row because it literally shot over the Genovese crossbowmen there. Oh, that one is the best. Yeah, it's always here, man. I like it. So this is really Socotra with actual usable water around it, and the hills as well. Big hill in the middle, and hence the castles. Mycav with the castle as well. Italians to the imp here, making use of that cheaper up for the Italians through the ages. And yeah, bye-bye castles for the Lithuanians, sadly. Significant number of Genovese crossbowmen. Bracer chemistry, important upgrades for these dudes here, of course. And castles and stone walls to the side for the Burgundians here as well. Aztecs should be booming for Eagles, yeah, you could say that, but the Burgundians are booming for Cavalier into Paladin as well, so. And this is, not gonna call it too early, but this is kind of already over here, because you have the fantastic counter unit to cavalry play here from the Italians, and then you have the Aztecs not in a spot to mass enough Eagles here. Costier, let's see. Where? I don't see any. Actually, could be interesting to see Costier versus Eagles. I only see Burgundians Cavalier here. But you're probably right. There are castles, so could be a misclick. Strong push in the middle here, and in this cramped area between the woodlands as well. Yeah, I would think Costier would do decent against eagle masses as well, because of that charge attack. You could weaken a lot of eagles, and then allow the Genovese to get the final hits or something. But I never tried that. Never really played a lot of Costier, but it kind of makes sense. They're flaring the other side here as well. Just peeking our bout a little bit with the Burgundians Cavalier here. 4 stables now producing. I'm not hating the idea. What is this map? You keep asking that, and the name of the map is always down in the corner here. Well, it's called Settlers. It's inspired by the Settlers board game. And it's like Pilgrims, you start with 3 villagers and a transport ship on one of these small islands, and then you need to get to the mainland. I always move the cursor down here when anyone asks about the map. Obviously, the overall eco lead, gigantic for Suomi here, better military composition as well. The GG is called, it ends with a 2-0 for Suomi, but not without the fight from the TM, so thanks to TM for participating, and good luck to Suomi for the next round. Yeah, this is far from a standard map, so I'm not surprised just for fun about that. So let's see the military scores for this one. Much less KD than in the Nomad game previously. I'd say they had good civs for the cramped land play here, though they just didn't. They weren't allowed to. I think one of the big issues for TM here were over focusing water, even though water is a big part of this map. You have to contest the land resources as well, the golds and the stones. Italians with a ridiculous boom here. 4 TCs compensating for losing water and not getting those cheap fishing ships. And yeah, 2 players in the PLH Lithuanians made it there, but 5 minutes earlier for Italians makes a huge difference, obviously. I'm gonna disconnect from this one and then we'll find the next set from a. I need to double check what set I actually announced for this one. It's just gonna be one more set because I've been live before casting Nomad today as well. But we are going to 29 cat versus Penne and Rice. Do we have it here? Might need to double check that. No, it's not the silent threads. There they are. Ah, it's I need to unpack the files. That's the. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's just do the PL versus Sparta games instead then. And then what bracket are they? PL. I think it was 1650 as well. Same bracket as this one actually. Oh. Let's get it. I'm just gonna confirm the names of the players here. PL, where are you? And Sparta. Lauziak. I've never played a single campaign, so I am the wrong person to ask. Maybe a chat have some suggestions. Okay, let's find the PL game 1 here. Yeah, Dennis probably has some good suggestions. Okay. What do we call that other team again? Esparta. Esparta. PL versus Esparta. Let's go. Another Nomad match.